So Wizards of the Coast recently announced that their new sourcebook, Van Richten's Guide to Ravenloft, is officially coming out. And I'm very excited about this book. I adore the Ravenloft setting. I think it is the absolute best setting of all of the Dungeons and Dragons mythos, I guess. And I'm very glad that they're giving us more to work with here. This does seem like it'll be a rather interesting book. They've got a lot that they've said is going to be in it. And if we read between the lines, there could be more than they've told us, but we don't know for sure. But let me just go through and we can talk a little bit about what they've announced for it so far. So they've said that there will be 2 new subclasses, the College of Spirits subclass for bards and the Undead Pact for warlocks. Both of these have been in the Unearthed Arcana for a while. They've both seemed like very, very interesting subclasses. The College of Spirits is, of course, based around kind of like seances and communicating with spirits and the worlds beyond and the way that bards would interact with this. And the Undead Pact is a warlock who's made a pact with a very powerful undead creature, such as a lich or a vampire or something like that. And they've received these powers that are, themed towards that style of undeath. They also say that there are new character lineages, including Dhampir, Hexblood, and Reborn, which provide altered abilities and traits to your character. The Dhampir, Hexblood, and Reborn have been in Unearthed Arcana for a few weeks now. They're super interesting. They're like, if you're like the descendant of like a vampire or a hag or have been like reincarnated or something like that. It does say that it is including those, so we may be able to expect that there are even more than that, which I think is absolutely fine. It's a shame that there's only 2 subclasses coming in this book, but I do like the idea, or the hope at least, that we can get quite a few races or lineages or these kind of subsets of races with that. I think it'll be really cool. Dark gifts for characters that flesh out your place among the domains of dread. So this will be an extra thing that you can kind of weave into your campaigns. Should be suggestions for different dark gifts that can be given by these powerful entities that may be lurking in your world, and you may only use them in the domains of dread, or you may have them exist just around your world, and I find that super exciting and intriguing. Also, new backgrounds and trinkets themed specifically for a horror setting. More horror themed backgrounds is never a bad thing. I just absolutely adore everything about like the theme and the setting of Castle Ravenloft. I think it's amazing, and new backgrounds to kind of add on to that thematic goodness is never a bad thing. It also says, for Dungeon Masters, everything a Dungeon Master needs to craft a horror-themed campaign for Dungeons & Dragons, including rules and advice for building custom domains and Dark Lords using established horror tropes, or create your own sinister blend. More than 30 new and familiar domains of dread beyond Barovia, like Lemordia, Dementliu, Calicari, and Falkovnia, appearing for the first time in 5th edition. A brand new haunted adventure, sure to add thrills and chills. A horrific assortment of creatures and monsters like carionettes, vampiric mind flayers, and other nightmares to terrify your players with the D&D Beyond Encounter Builder. Unleash a treasure trove of new story hooks, character options, and campaign customization to bring one of the most exciting D&D settings to life. I love this. It's not just Barovia. They are starting to breathe life into all of the mythical domains of dread that exist, which Barovia is only one of. And if Barovia is such a fantastic setting, I cannot wait to see all of the ideas that they offer for all of these different domains of dreads, all these different all these different monsters and creatures that they're going to be adding, the different settings, and they say even a new haunted adventure. So even though it is a source book, technically a rule book, it will have, it seems, an adventure of some sort in the book as well. So I'm very, very, very excited for that. So look forward to this book. It's going to have some interesting subclasses, some interesting character options, and a lot of really fun things, I believe, for dungeon masters to play with. While it doesn't say specifically, I think we can probably expect to maybe see some additional spells thematically that fit with these settings, as well as maybe some new magical items, ideas for NPCs, some new feats would be cool as well, although none of that is explicitly stated that they're going to be having. I think that we can probably keep our hopes up, at least for a bit, for that. Anyways, I just wanted to talk about that a little bit because I'm super excited for it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.